Hey guys, this is Sandy. I'm a licensed realtor here in the Central Florida area. I'll cover all the US as well as a licensed loan originator. And today I want to do a video for you on what are the pros and cons of online mortgages. Mortgages. They did a survey and they found that 64% of millennials would prefer to do an online mortgage as opposed to going to a regular lender to get their mortgage done. So we want to get into what are the pros and the cons. Before I get into it though, I need to remind you, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the little bell notification so you'll be notified each time we put out a new video. I was away for a week or two, so now I'm back, so let's get into it. So what are some of the pros and cons of doing an online mortgage? One of the pro is you get to compare different options. So you're able to compare different loan products. You're able to compare what you'd qualify for based upon your credit score and your income and all that great stuff. So you have a comparison chart that you could compare different loans to see which one works best for you. One of the cons is if your loan is complicated, you may not be able to do an online mortgage, meaning maybe you're self-employed, or maybe you're a traveling nurse, or maybe you have a W-2 but you also have a 1099, meaning that you are an employee but you're also an independent contractor. Maybe you're a subcontractor and you don't have everything, on a W-2, or everything doesn't show up the way it's supposed to show up on your taxes. That could be a little bit complicated. I remember that with online mortgages, a lot of time they're using different algorithms to qualify you. So the algorithm may get confused, like, wait a minute, what's this person doing? They don't have a regular income, they have this over here. Maybe you even want to do a bank statement loans, and that could be a little bit tricky as well, especially if you're doing an investment loan or loan that's not the typical loan, if that makes sense. It requires some creativity. So that may be one of the cons. But another pro in doing online mortgages would be lenders are competitive with the rates and the fees. So they're going to be more competitive because they're trying to get your business. So you're going to have different competitive rates. One of the reasons for that also with the reduced fees is they don't have a brick and mortar. So there's not a building that they have to pay rent and all this stuff. So everything is online. So they're not paying for, commercial space or utilities and or any of that kind of stuff that would happen with a commercial building. So some lenders will pass that savings on to you. So you'll save on fees and you'll probably get more competitive rate, right? One of the cons though is you may not have a direct person to contact. So you may not have you may not know who's doing your loan. It's just everything is online and you're just getting different emails and different stuff sent to you. So you may not be able to have a point of contact. For all the consumers, I think this may be something like myself. This may be something that we want because we want to be able to call someone and say, hey, what's going on with my loan? Da, da, da. Meanwhile, with a millennia, they don't care. They don't really want to contact anyone. So it depends upon how you feel about really having a contact person. So that could be a con to some people and a pro to some other people as well. Another pro is you have more options. So you're able to see, as I said, different loan products. You're able to see what's being offered. You can compare different lenders to see who's giving you the best deal. So that may be something that may be beneficial as well. Another pro is it's fast. So online lending, once you meet the protocol, right? Because there's always a protocol because you're doing algorithm stuff here. So once you meet the protocol of what they suspect, what the algorithm suspect to be a good candidate, then it'll make the loan really faster. If your loan is complicated, meaning you're not a typical W-2 person, meaning you don't just get a regular salary, you may get bonuses, you may get commission, you may have overtime. So even for the people that do have a regular salary, their salary may fluctuate each week or each month based upon bonuses, commissions, dividends, whatever it is that you're getting in conjunction to that. And also for people that are self-employed, they may not pay themselves enough. They may have the money, but not pay themselves enough to qualify for online mortgage. So there are situations where you might not be able to do an online mortgage. You may have to actually speak with someone, and they may actually have to sit down with you to find out what your best thing would be, right? So based upon what your situation is, online mortgages might work or it may not work. But if you're a typical person where you have a W2, and all of your salary is basically the same, like you're getting this amount per year and that's what it is, or you get bonuses on commission but they're not that much and you don't get them frequently, then online mortgages may work. But if you're someone that is looking for a bank statement loan, or you're self-employed, so your income is not steady, like you may have $5,000 in 1 month and another month you might make $15,000, the algorithm may not pick up on that. Or if you're looking for creative loans. However, with online mortgages, they're able to give a mortgage up to as low as a 640 credit score. Whereas with a brick and mortar, a regular person, they may have stuff up to 580, where you could get a FHA loan with a credit score of 580 based upon different criteria, which the online mortgage system may not be able to get those criteria. So it depends upon what situation you're in that would determine if an online mortgage would work for you, or if you'd need to go speak with an actual mortgage loan originator that will be able to get all your information together and figure out the best route to take, right? Because it's not algorithm, it's no knowledge. It's what does this person know that I need to know to get this loan done? And even if you have we call it a straight line processing, where everything is just straight and all that great stuff, a brick and mortar person or a regular person might be able to give you even better benefits as opposed to online, because now you're talking to a real person, now you're telling them your situation, and this is what I'm trying to do, and this is what I want to get to, and they may have different options for you. So you really have to compare what makes better sense for you. The older folks like myself is going to want to talk to somebody, because we're like, hey, this is a big deal, this is a big mortgage, we need to know what exactly is our best route to take. Meanwhile, someone like a millennial or younger may be like, what does it matter? I'm just getting a mortgage. I don't care. I make this much a year. Let me plug my information in and let me get the information I need. So it depends upon which way you want to go with it, what you're comfortable with. Online is a huge resource. So even if you're not going to get an online mortgage, you could definitely research what some of your options would be. That way, when you're talking to someone about the mortgage, you already have information and details you could ask them about, because they may also forget to tell you some programs they have, and you might be able to bring up and say, hey, but I noticed that there is this other program. Do you do that, and what can you tell me about that? It's also a great idea to talk to more than one loan originator as well. So you may want to talk to different people. Don't let everybody pull your credit score, though. That's the key. Do not let everyone pull your credit score. So if you have an idea of what your credit score is, you could talk with the person and say, hey, I think my credit score is X. Based upon my credit score of X and my income of Y, what are my, what kind of stuff can you give me? Now remember, if you're behind on student loans, or if you owe student loans, you may not be able to qualify for government loans such as FHA or that kind of stuff, or USDA for that matter. They look at different things to do with any loan you have that's related to the government, because these are government mortgages. So they are trying to find candidates who they think will pay the loan back, not candidates who owe them, write them off, all these different kind of things. The online mortgage may not be able to go into those kind of details, but a regular person would be able to do it. So it's a great idea to research, see what's out there, go to some workshops if you're a first-time home buyer, I would say, and see what is available to you. See what builders are offering in your area as well. Sometimes builders do have good incentive, especially if they're in a USDA area and you're able to qualify for USDA, which means you don't have to put any money down, right? Now, if you're a VA, you already know VA loans, no money down, you're already qualified, doesn't matter. But you also, as a VA, you want to shop for rates, because sometimes some builders or some programs may have different incentives, where as a VA, you could get even a lower interest rate than what you would qualify for. Okay, so these are some of the pros and cons of online versus brick and mortar versus talking to someone. They both have their pros, they both have their cons, but I would advise you that if you're going to get a mortgage, do both. Speak with someone, look at the online mortgages, see what's the best course for you. Thank you so much for listening to this video, guys. As always, if you have any questions or if you want to talk or talk with us, our phone number should be somewhere up here, somewhere below here. I'm losing my voice now. Somewhere up here, somewhere below here. Give us a call, send us a text, let us know you want to do a consultation. We could talk with you on the phone, we could do a Zoom call, or we could meet up in person with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.